James Willamette. Thank you for joining me at the tasting table today. I do appreciate it. This wine is next from the producer, Bells Up. This is Villanelle Vineyard. This is a reserve wine, Yamhill-Carlton Pinot Noir 2018 vintage. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about this beautiful wine. Now, all the Bells Up wines are going to have some sort of signature of a musical composition that includes a French horn. Now, Dave Spector is not just a winemaker, he's also a musician, a French horn player to be exact, because there's so many things between music and wine that are shared. So I love the beauty of musical composition and how it really does play into the way we think about wine and talk about wine. Now, this is named after Paul Ducas's duet for French horn and piano. And again, that's called Villanelle. Now, this wine is a small case production, 53 cases in total, 13.9% ABV, and 50% of this is Clone 115, 18-year-old vines. And again, 50% of this is going to be 777 Clone, and that's 18-year-old vines as well. So there's a range between, on this vineyard site, between 460 feet above sea level, which is about 140 meters above sea level, to 520 feet above sea level, which is about 158.5 meters above sea level. Now, the soil content on this site is going to be Willamette marine sedimentary soil, 100% free run juice. This has 12 months in French oak, 40% of this new. The harvest on this was in October 4th of 2018. Now, let me show you the label up close. Bells Up, of course. And so the back label for you to look at here. Exquisite wine, and something I think is just really, I really enjoy a Pinot Noir that has the right extraction point, not depending on coloration. Coloration, you know, if it has way too much coloration, that is too much exposure through maceration, skin contact, it's going to color the wine. And yes, it does flavor the wine. And so for me, I really get this evocation of what I think Pinot Noir is to me and how most meaningful it is. That is, I would say, the optimum or the optimized characterization so that the Pinot Noir grape speaks for itself and the skin doesn't overwhelm it. And so for me, the coloration tells me a bit about that. Actually, it's a light to mid garnet colorization. It's vitreous, which I would hope and expect for. And there are other Pinot Noirs that you see on the planet that are very, very dark and inky. That's almost Syrah-esque. And so somehow I think that does overexpress in terms of maceration. I think a lot of people are really expecting what is that honest signature of Pinot Noir. So it's all about balance. And I think a lot of people are going to think balance of being something just very highly fruited. But when you think of the wine itself, it is really one of the most, wide spectrum characterization, both on the nose as well as the palate. That's the beauty of this wine, getting things from fruit all the way to notations of espresso, pepper, other spice notes, and just really a nice variation in theme that makes it a very romantic, beautiful, and a wine that is just so memorable and captivating. It could only be Pinot Noir when it really is Pinot Noir. I know it sounds obvious, right? But ultimately there's something very romantic and very inspiring about this wine. So here we go. Now, this wine is nose of heirloom blackberry. So just think blackberry note, but I use the term heirloom blackberry because when I visit Oregon or Washington, I'm getting some, composition of blackberries at some level. That is maybe a blackberry preserve. And it's a wonderful expression. So Loch Ness blackberry, but you can just think of blackberry, fresh red rose petal, as well as suede notes and spices. So between the nose and the palate, there is some expression that is slightly different, and that expression is very, very nice and enjoyable, and shows a very dynamic and complex range for this wine. So the palate is expressive, beautiful, a very nice elongated finish on this. So notes on this are mountain strawberry, fennel, pepper, a hint of espresso, and dried red rose petal. This is 94 points out of 100 points. Nice elongated finish. A really beautiful, fantastic wine with food. Enjoy this with a variety of dishes. I'm gonna enjoy this with fish because I think the acidity on this is just absolutely perfect. Now, down below, more information on the producer. Questions and comments you can list here or in the social medias that I'm on that you're probably on as well, such as Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. So many more wine reviews to come this year. So amongst the Pinot Noir in the West Coast of the United States, Oregon, Willamette Valley is just one of my absolute favorites. And I think this is really that point where there is a difference between this and other New World Pinot Noir wines. Now, more wine reviews to come. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you already have, merci beaucoup to you. Share this video and give a like. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And I appreciate you stopping by the wine tasting table today. Stay tuned for more. Santé.